So, I'm sure all of you must have tried not only Firefly but many others generative AI technology which are out there. And generative AI as a term, it can do lot of things. And one of the very basic kind of a use case of a generative AI technology is image generation, where you put a text as a input and machine give you the image as a output, or maybe a video for that matter as a output. So how Adobe Firefly is different from the other generative AI model which are available there? Let me highlight a three very important point which makes Adobe Firefly different from the rest of the other generative AI solution which are available there. Native integration. So unlike any other solution, we are bringing the power of Adobe Firefly within our Creative Cloud solution like Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere Pro, After Effects. Although we do have a dedicated website of Adobe Firefly where you can go and generate images, but at the end of the day, our vision is to bring this generative AI power within your favorite application which you are using. So as an artist, as a designer, let's say you are working in Photoshop, you do not need to leave Photoshop and go onto the browser and perform certain Gen AI related tasks. We are bringing certain tools, certain feature within our products which is powered by generative AI technology, none other than Adobe Firefly. So that is one of the biggest USP you can say, which is a native integration within our product. Designed to be commercially safe. This is a very important point for any enterprises, big production houses, because as you know, if you try to generate any image on on any generative AI solution, it will able to generate that. Maybe if you want to generate any prominent personality in a different kind of a context by changing the background, by changing the apparels, you can do that, right? Because all the other generative AI technology are trained on the data which is available on the internet, means www. So anything and everything which is available on the internet, it is trained on that. Let's say you create certain output with the generative AI technology and you publish that output in your commercial project. If that content have any kind of a copyrighted data, you might get some kind of a legal notice from an artist or a designer that boss, the output which you have designed, it actually have my object or my elements, and that make you into trouble. So Firefly, unlike all the other generative AI technology, Firefly is not trained, Firefly AI model is not trained on any data which is available on the internet. It is trained on the Adobe stock data, which is 400 million plus data. If you may not know, Adobe has a stock marketplace where you can purchase premium quality images, templates, videos, those kind of a thing. So we have trained Adobe Firefly on our own data. We have also trained Adobe Firefly on the data which is available on the public domain on the internet, but it is not owned by anyone, it is not copyrighted by anyone. So which means that whatever output it will create, that output is free from any legal implication, any copyright infringement. With a peace of mind, you can publish that artwork with Gen AI output in any of your project. And on top of that, with our certain plan, we will give you indemnification on the AI generated content. Adobe will indemnify you if something happen with that particular output. Enterprise friendly extension. We are also working on something where you can train the AI model on your data. Let's say you have a studio and you have millions of images, or maybe some design files, and now you want that Firefly AI should generate images basis upon the imagery which you have, not any random imagery. So we are working on on something called custom model extension, where we will give you our LLM technology as a blank technology, and you put the data to train it, and the output will be exclusive to you only. the output will not be, no one else will able to generate the output from that AI data set. The output will be exclusive to you only. So that's the third major USP. And also we are coming up the API solution where you can run the Firefly generative AI in an automation manner to generate millions and billions of images in one go. So that kind of solution also we are working on. If I talk about some of the use cases, of course, if you follow Adobe Firefly, you might know that right now Firefly is able to generate imagery. So one thing is something like concept generation or concept creation kind of a thing which you can do. So like if you can see this image, I put the prompt a vibrant city at sunset with a realistic detail. So these are the four images which I got generated. Maybe if I want to create some kind of a mood board, for that also this will help me. Or maybe if I'm doing some location Reiki, so for that also these kind of images will help me. I can generate some character images also by putting a prompt, what type of characters I'm looking for. I can generate those characters. I can also maybe if I want a different style for this character. So we have something called inside Firefly style reference, where you can select what type of style you are looking for. Are you looking for a 3D style, flat illustration, watercolor? You can select that style and it will able to generate that particular image. So this is the same image of steampunk and the same prompt in a different kind of a style. This is another example where I generated a background with just by writing a prompt what type of background I am looking for. This is the another example of background generation. So this basically Firefly help you in your concept creation, mood boarding, those kind of a thing in an initial level when you are planning your shows or your whatever project you are working on. Last to last week, we have released a very interesting feature. It's called structure reference. Till uh, like couple of weeks back, if we wrote any prompt in the generative AI, the AI give you a very nice looking image. But the challenge which designer or artist were facing is controlling the composition. Are you able to control the composition? Can you define very easily and in an intuitive manner that where do you want that particular object, how the object should look like? Should the object come at the corner of the screen or in the center of the screen? Should the object come front view, side view? Many times I saw that people write in the prompt that let's say a person working on the laptop side view, and then the AI try to create some image with a side view. So how to make that particular process very easy for all the designer, and that's where the structure reference comes into picture. So this is an image of a person in a space suit kind of a thing without a structure reference. But if I provide a reference of an image, if you see on the left hand side, there is an image of a person holding hands. And now on the right hand side, the image which are generated, in that image also the persons are holding hand. So structure reference allow you not only to generate images with the AI, but also control how you want to generate it, how the composition should look like. This is the another example where structure reference has been also added with the style reference. So on the top I have a structure reference, at the bottom I put a style reference. Style is largely your color and look and feel kind of a thing, and the moment when you provide both kind of reference, the AI will club your structure and the style both, and it will generate the output. And we will provide you a strength slider where you can control how much AI should follow your reference and how much it should apply its own intuitiveness. So this is one type of result with a, you can say, the 50% strength value. And if you if you increase to 100% and you are forcing AI that only apply the style which I am providing, then you can see the difference in the result. So this was the previous one, and this one after applying the 100% style reference. This is another example of a person working on the laptop in an office environment, but maybe I'm looking for a side image. So I'll just upload one reference image of a person in a side view, and immediately the AI will capture that entire structure and apply it on the image which you are generating. Another example of some pills bottle with capsule, but I need the requirement was a top view. So I put some random image of a top view of the bottle, and immediately the AI will capture that composition and give you the result. So that was the structure reference. If you want to try, simply go on firefly.adobe.com. You can try this feature there. Generative fill in Photoshop. I'm sure many of you who are sitting here must have tried this feature in Photoshop, right? So, but we have recently made some very big changes inside the generative fill. One, we have enhanced the quality, and also we have added certain features. So, and for to utilize the new feature which I'm going to show you, you have to use the Photoshop beta version. And basically now we have added something called reference image inside generative fill. Earlier you were not able to provide the reference image, but now you are able to provide a reference image. And one of the great use case is actually planning your characters. So let's say you are working on some project or movie, or you want to plan your character, how your character will look like in a sunglasses, or in a beard, or in a cap. So those kind of a thing you can do. I'll play a small video. So here I made a selection of a hat, and then I will write a prompt like what type of hat I want, and immediately generative fill, as you all know, will create some random example for me. So these are couple of different kind of hats which it will create. But now we have an option to provide a reference image. What if this is a reference which I got from the client, that I do not want any random hat, I want hat something like this. And that is where now generative fill allow you to select your reference, and the AI will create a similar kind of a hat for this particular person. So the reference, now you can apply the reference image directly on your subject. So instead of generating some random stuff, which is also very much aligning with color, shadow and everything, now you actually provide what object you want. So that is, maybe I want to see how my character will look like in this look or in that look. You can quickly do that iteration directly on Photoshop. Now I want to change the sunglasses also. I want to have a different kind of a sunglass. So I'll make a selection on the sunglasses. And very rough selection. You do not need to do a very refined selection. Again, I can write a prompt. But this time, this is my reference image for a sunglass. And let's see if once you generate it. So this is a super revolutionary feature. I would suggest all of you install Photoshop beta and do give it a try, this particular option. And here you go. So it will apply the similar kind of a sunglass which you have provided. Now imagine if you want to change the apparel, a dress of a person with a certain kind of a reference which you already have, you can do that also very easily. So let me show you one example of that. Okay, allow me to. Yeah, so this is the example. Let's say I want to change the entire dressing of this particular character. So I'll make a selection of a t-shirt. I will provide a reference of a jacket. And immediately the jacket will get changed into the blue jacket, which is the reference I have provided. Now maybe I'm not happy with the capri. I want to have a full length jeans, or maybe with the sunglasses also. Again, I will select a reference image. and you can see the glasses will get changed. And very important thing, what is a time consuming thing for a designer? Matching the light, matching the camera, perspective, that is something will be taken care by the AI. You only need to tell the instruction is what object you want, and everything will be taken care by the AI. So here you go, the complete full-fledged jeans I have. So this is new getup, and this was the old getup. Needless to say, I can extend the background also. You all know generative expand option was there. So I can change that bag also. If I want to have a different bag, that also I can do. Generative expand you all have already seen. It allow you to expand your background. So maybe some matte paintings, or maybe you want to create some background for some kind of a project. You can, and you have a small size images. You can expand them very quickly in any direction. So that was the Adobe Firefly for images. What about video? What many people are asking what Adobe is doing in generative AI field for videos, and that's where I'm going to play a video. This is a feature which we have not released yet, but we are releasing very soon, and we showed this video at NAB last month, and let me show you what is upcoming in Premiere Pro.
Adobe is using the power of generative
So very soon we are bringing this feature inside Premiere Pro and After Effects to explore. My time is up. I'll just quickly like to play one more video, which, and this is our vision, which you can think in Premiere Pro, something like this. All right, thank you everyone. Thank you for your time.